Well, good morning to y'all and morning to my messy shop. Let's turn on my little show light there. Oh, and it's so pretty. Oh, feels like I haven't been in here in a long time. It's definitely been a few weeks. I really want to get back on this project, so we're going to be working on that today. But I've got a lot of cleaning to do in here. We've had a lot of stuff going on at work, so I haven't even been able to come out in the weekends or in the evenings, and I've missed a few weekends, and this is pretty much just my weekend deal. I have some helpers today, kind of pointing out some messes. They're showing me where I need to get stuff picked up. You saw a couple weekends was at the Mecum auction. Still need to talk about that a little bit. I do have a big mess going on in here from that Ford truck box. We painted that Ford truck box, and we had that other Ford truck we painted. I also had another project between then that I painted for a guy. So I just have a mess. So we're going to get all this clean so I can work on that little guy there. I do have my fuck off brand dumbass repellent. I need to get that put away. But anyways, that's what we got going on. A little recap of the Mecum car auction. You know, I've had people that comment, talk to me, emailed, text, whatever that direction of car values. And even when there, it was like really enjoyable to talk to, you know, the car brokers and some of the guys that were there that, you know, do this pretty much for a living of buying and selling cars. We're talking about car values and where cars are at. And like some of the cars that aren't selling, and the funny comment that I was laughing at is, you know, why that cars were, you know, set with a reserve, which one totally put as a reserve. If you don't want to sell your car, if it's worth something to you and that's the value of it, then you know, hold that value till you get what you think it's worth. Absolutely 100% agree. But the flip of, I bought this car 2 years ago for $110,000 and I'm only getting offered $60,000 for it now. It's worth way more than that. Well, it's worth what someone's willing to pay. Maybe it was worth $100 and some thousand 2 years ago, but it's worth today what someone's willing to pay for it. That's really what it breaks down to. You really liked it. You bought it for you. It was worth that to you. That's why you paid $100 and some thousand for it. You're now tired of the car and you want to sell it. Did you find your blankie? That's a good dog, yeah. Yes, I know you're there. Hi. So, oh, did I pet one and not pet the other? I'm sorry. But that goes back to then the other argument of you can't build it for that. Trust me, I know. You can't build it for that. But you're also building a car, and also the shop that builds a car. There's certain shops that have a lot higher value, a lot higher overhead. They charged a bunch to build the car. If you're paying to have a car built for you, that's what it cost for you to have that car built. If you built that car and think that you're going to turn and sell it, and then sell it for more money than you had it paid to have built, that's not how it works. You paid to have it built for you. That's what it's worth to you. It's only worth what someone's going to pay. So I guess I'll end that with, you know, as far as anymore, I'm going to really talk about the Mecum auction stuff. My point was, it's just stuff's what something's willing to pay. Just because you paid or somebody paid a ton of money for it 2 years ago doesn't mean it's worth that now. Just because one other car at another auction that's similar to your car sold for a crazy amount of money, that's what my car's worth. Your car's worth what it's worth to you. Worth is kind of an interesting number, I guess. And I have a real hard time with auctions because I think they inflate stuff. I think they kind of hurt the market for us working on things. Hey, down. Stay down. But I'm going to keep cleaning. I will move some stuff around. Let's get this body off of this truck. And we're going to start working on that, get this bottom side done. I'm really excited to get this kind of more in one shape. So that will be a really cool deal. I just had turned on my UV tube myself on the TV up here, And which also, we'll do this for a second. I'm actually previewing a video that my other channel's running. If you like, oh, let's go over here. If you like home remodels and some crazy stuff, check out that channel. It's my other channel of what I do kind of during the week. It's got some pretty cool stuff going on. I've got a crazy remodel right now that is absolutely insane. Got a contractor that has just been destroying some poor owner's house that should literally be thrown in jail for the stuff he's been doing. But that's my other channel. It's Car Fix. That's my little logo. But anyways, let's get on this. Or not Car Fix, but Phill Fix. But let's get on this because this is Car Fix. And this says Phill Fix. So, all right. Let's get this truck cleaned up. All right. We got this guy on the ground. Things that need to be done is little stuff like this edge right here. It's curling out. And to weld this together, I need to cut this flange out so that it's flat. There's some little trimmy spots that I need to do inside the wheel well areas so that I have metal to butt to. Then there's a lot of the undercoating garbage on this metal, on the old metal, that I need to grind off and get it ground and clean. So what I want to do is get it up on the lift, pull it back, stick the lifts like up under the fenders on the side, and just lift this cab up, get a little height to the cab. Once I get the cab higher, then I can have room to cut and clean all that up. So that should be kind of the final time that I'll have it up, I think, till we can kind of put it down and start tack welding it on. And so I can start, metal fitment, things that direction. Let me move this back, get the lift on it, and lift this cab up again. Okay, so we're up, and I have popped the little luggage tray thing off that was right here so that when we extend the cab back, this isn't in our way for cutting this, because we're going to pretty much cut this floor right down the middle there. I've flattened this out and done a little bit of grinding and cleaning on that. And now the big thing is, we got this all clean through here. Now we have all this old undercoating and loveliness on this body. And so we get this nice little grinder with this wire wheel on there, and yeah. So I'm going to be covered in little pokies, and it's not going to be any fun. So I'm going to fire that up, and I'm going to go inside that wheel well inside there. We're going to clean that side, clean more of the paint off of this. Okay, this is going to be miserable. Let's get on it. So yeah, now we get to grind and blow and clean everything off, because that was that much fun. Still can't quite get it all off, but we're going to be cutting those fenders. And once I cut, I can probably flip them off the vehicle, but I need to get more on that inside. Now I've got with the wire brush hit, I'll be able to switch over to the fiber wheel, and then I can do some fiber wheel cleaning and get that leading edge and everything cleaned off. But wow, this is making a mess. And I mean making a mess. Well, we got her back down and together, and I gotta tell you, don't get old or something. I was sitting up, twisted like a pretzel, grinding up underneath those spots, and then blowing off. And then as I was lowering this down, I just kind of grabbed the body and pushed a little bit to push this around, and my back just went, hey, I don't feel good. So now I'm in a lot of freaking pain. My back's hurting. So I'm not going to get much further done. So I think that's my call, to just say that's where I'm going to get with this for right now. That's what has happened. I got that cleaned. I'll get some tacks and have to start making some measurements of little pieces. Not much for even making video on for filling in that. I need to grind those and all that kind of fun stuff. But that's as far as I got. I'm going to pull this back, clean up my shop again, and start making some little patch panels, things that direction. Like I was saying a little bit ago, if you want to see some absolute insane house remodeling and just scary things going on with the house, check this out. It's at my other page. It's right here. If you want to look at it, cool. If not, I really appreciate it. You guys have a great one. That is the Viper dude, just a little bit further. You have a great one.